Up, guys? Or have I been? Let's talk about it. So, a lot of you guys know I was uploading here about a year or two ago. And then all of a sudden I just disappeared. Well, to kind of answer a lot of that stuff is when the last video hit, not too long after, I had some personal issues that kind of took over quite strongly. Some people know, some people don't know. I'm not gonna get into full details. I'm not gonna say names or anything. I'm not gonna put anyone on blast. But the long version or the short version is I was in a relationship with somebody, found out to be unfaithful, and a lot of different slander and lies kind of came out with it, and it killed a lot of my motivation to do a lot of things, including this. So after a while, I kind of shut down, kind of went into this little hole, and I was there for quite some time. I would hang out with some friends and whatnot. I still play video games. I didn't have the motivation to play video game or to, record. And after a while, I kind of forgot about it, in all honesty. Time went on. I got over things, moved on. Things got better. I went and got a different job. Kind of got myself a little bit in a better situation with that. And then, as many of you might have already noticed, this is different. This is a barren wall. I plan on putting stuff here. People are thinking like, well, where are you now? So when I was making my old videos, I actually was living at my parents' house still. Many of you may know or may not know, I am 22. I may not look 22 to some. I may look 22 to some others. But yes, I am 22. I was living with my parents. I finally moved into my own house. I own this house now, which is remarkable to say. Very grateful, very happy about that. But not too long before that, I was in a motorcycle accident. Yes, I do ride motorcycles, and it was one of my newer motorcycles that I just got. Well, not new per se, it was an '07, but it was new to me anyway. Within 2 months of riding that one, I ended up having a death wobble. If any of you guys know what that means or don't know what that means, it's basically where the handlebars go like this, very rapidly, very fast. I ended up taking it sideways, and I went head right over the handlebars and crashed on the ground. Now, yes, I was wearing a helmet, and I had leather gear on. However, I still sustained, and even to this day, you can still see it happened a couple months ago, but there's still some rash, or not rash, well, it's more like, I don't know what you would call that, just like a road rash in a way, like the leftovers. It's still healing. I ended up going to the hospital, and I was able to be released that night. However, when I did my CT scan, because I only had road rash, they found that my spleen was bleeding, so I had to fly to another hospital out in Sioux Falls, where I stayed for 3-4 days. Very expensive. I don't recommend it. Also, a lot of pain. And my spleen ended up stopped bleeding on itself, which was good. So I didn't actually have to have it taken out, which is also amazing. And then between that and healing up for a couple months, and then getting this house, and then going through everything, it took a long time. It was there was a lot going on, and it was really hard to get motivation, to get time to do anything. Every once in a while I would think about doing it, and then I would have other things come up, and I just keep putting it off. So now I want to say I'm not going to be back like episode. However, I want to try and make an effort and put some videos out there, maybe 1, 2, 3 times a week. I'll see what I can do. Sometimes it's gonna be harder. Sometimes, I might only be able to do one a week. that's my at least goal, is at least a minimum one a week is what I would like to do. Kind of get into that. But yeah, now I got this place. I got my amazing girlfriend who lives with me now. Um, Met her after quite some time later. Um, and she is amazing. I mean, she's the best person I could ever ask for. She was there for a lot of my stuff. But she literally left work when I crashed and came with me out to Sioux Falls when I had to go out there. She rode with my parents all the way out to Sioux Falls, which is like I don't know, I think it's like a 4 or 5 hour drive from here. So it's not, bless her heart. Honestly, she didn't have to do that. Nobody had to do that, and they still did. So that is a very big blessing. Very grateful for that. But yeah, I hope to be around more often now, guys, and hopefully I can do something here. But yeah, I'll see you guys. There's a new game coming out, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It is one of my most favorite games as a child. The remake is coming out, and I absolutely want to play it. So you guys are definitely gonna be seeing that here on the channel here soon, and probably within, I don't know, a day or so you should be able to see it. Hopefully. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Take care.